Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Pahrump Early Learning Academy, where we are more than just childcare.
Hi, I'm Monique Mitchell with KPVM Television. My children attend Pella and they love it. The curriculum they have is pretty amazing, and my children learn what they need at their level.
Not only are the children learning, they're having fun, and that's what matters.
I like Pella. They help you with your homework, and it's fun.
Give us a call today to tour our facility at 751-5335.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget.
Tonight on News 46, the nation remembers those we lost on this day 13 years ago. 2 vehicles collide on Homestead and Mans roads, and time to preview items for this Saturday's auction. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, September 11th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Last night, President Barack Obama addressed the nation and promised to root out and destroy a new group of terrorists threatening the United States. Obama authorized airstrikes inside Syria, along with expanded strikes in Iraq as part of a steady, relentless effort to root out Islamic State extremists. Just 13 years ago today, terrorists invaded our country and caused devastation throughout. We will never forget is not just a saying, but is now incorporated into the American way of living, honoring, remembering, and even growing. Today, the nation paused to mark the anniversary of the September 11th attacks on the United States. At Ground Zero in New York, where the Twin Towers once stood, family and friends of those who died read the names of the nearly 3,000 people killed in New York, at the Pentagon, and near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Back home here in Pahrump at Station 1, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue held their annual memorial event with our Tower Ladder 1, which proudly served in the 9/11 attacks and honorably displayed a piece of the Twin Towers that Pahrump acquired after the tragedy. We caught up with Fire Chief Scott Lewis. This morning, Nye Communities Coalition brought up 8 local AmeriCorps volunteers to help the firefighters wash their fire trucks. They also donated some special treats to the paramedic firefighters. Fire Chief Scott Lewis held their annual service this morning underneath Tower Ladder 1 with a moment of silence.
We mostly had a low-key event today and just considered all the events on an internal basis. We made 2 separate announcements at the times that the planes had hit the World Trade Center buildings, and we asked for everyone to stop what they were doing for a moment and extend their thoughts and prayers to whoever they were with, and their private prayers as far as all those individuals, including the 343 firefighters that were lost that day.
Tower Ladder 1 is out there in the parking lot, proudly displayed. Tell me a little bit about that.
Tower Ladder 1, which is, it actually was served as Ladder 117 out of Queens, New York, and served at both World Trade Center events, that in 93 and 2001. It was actually one of the primary response vehicles on both those. It was undamaged as a result of those incidents, refurbished when it came to Pahrump, and now proudly serves our town. And as a commemorative piece, we have it out there for demonstration purposes today. There's also a piece of the steel from the World Trade Center that was acquired by Tim Murray, who had been the former IAFF local president. He worked diligently for an extended period of time to get that to come to Pahrump, incurred the shipping costs, things like that. Once it came into our possession, we had it mounted into a rack type of fixture, and we can move it around, and today it's out there with the Tower Ladder.
People are stopping by, taking pictures. I was out there for a few minutes and watching just the townspeople coming by. But they can come and see the part of the World Trade Center, that piece of iron, anytime here at the Station 1?
They can actually come out and see the Tower Ladder if they choose to. A lot of people actually internationally come to see our Tower Ladder, and they'll take pictures with it, standing next to it with the emblem for the World Trade Center events. But that and the steel are available to our public, normal business hours for the most part. But, come on in, bring your camera, and certainly we'll even assist you taking shots with your family.
I know a lot of Americans today are remembering those we lost on 9/11. Give me a little bit of firefighter perspective on this event.
It's all about the people who lost their lives and the families who remain. It's not really about us, but we use it as an opportunity, a reflection of how we can be safer. Some of the operations that were conducted that day, we try to review and see what we could do differently, because being over a decade old, there's new processes and procedures in place. So it's a reflection day, and we certainly, it's all about those folks that we just discussed. But in some ways, there's always an area of opportunity, no matter how bad the situation is, and that's kind of where we try to use it in our training.
We'd like to thank Francine Winners and the AmeriCorps volunteers. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And we'd like to thank those who proudly serve every day here locally and nationally. And of course, remember those we've lost. And if you would like to become a hero like the firefighter paramedics at Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue or Nye County Emergency Services, starting today, 5 local governments are launching an interagency regional recruitment drive for citizens interested in becoming firefighters with their area fire departments. The partners in this first-of-a-kind regional recruitment drive include the Las Vegas Fire and Rescue Department, Clark County's Fire Department, and the North Las Vegas, Henderson, and Boulder City Fire Departments. Job seekers interested in a fire service career with one of the participating agencies can visit them on the web, snvfirerecruitment.com. That's snvfirerecruitment.com. One man was transported this afternoon as a result of a 2-vehicle accident on Homestead and Mans roads.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
To find 2 vehicles with major damage to them. Inside the pickup truck was a male and female and 2 dogs. They were being tended by medics on scene View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's deputies diverted traffic around the accident while the investigation was being conducted. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The auction house is chock full of items right now for Saturday's auction. News 46 caught up with Ron Chase to find out more.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
Oh, this week we have another fantastic auction. We've got several estates all put together. We've got some fantastic Western wear, Western home decor, like metal wall hangings. The Western wear is shirts, vests, just gorgeous stuff, bolo ties, and of course we've got tools, cordless tools, hammer drill, all kinds of good stuff, metal detector, jewelry, coins, just a fantastic sale put together.
Tell me about these, what they look like sewing machines. What are they?
Yeah, we've actually got 2 very nice sewing machines this week. It's actually, one is a nice quilter sewing machine, and the other one is an embroidery machine.
I've even noticed a large selection of boots and belts.
Yeah, this person was probably selling stuff at one point in time, doing rodeo shows, and now he's just kind of done, so we're selling off everything. So yeah, boots, brand new in the box. Like I said, so much home decor, even drinking flasks new in the box. So you got a lot of nice Christmas items, gift items.
And some furniture too, right?
Oh yeah, well, we are so full of furniture this week. I've got 3 couch sets, 2 bedroom sets, a full bedroom suite, 4 like lazy boy style rocker recliner chairs, dressers, cabinets. It's all, furniture coming out the doors this week.
It's amazing how many things are actually in this one location. You definitely have to come down to the preview to see what there is here.
Oh, absolutely. Preview is a must. Preview is 9 to 5 Friday morning till 5 o'clock at night. There's over 400 items for sale in here, so you just got to come take a look, because even the Western wear and the tools, CDs, DVDs, movies, you just have to come through and look at it all. There's so much stuff.
And they can get a really great deal on these items, because like we said, some of these items are new, so it's definitely a place to come for an auction.
Oh, absolutely. The auction's always fun, and remember, it's open to the public, so you don't have to pay to come down. Anybody can come take a look at this stuff. And yeah, for sure, this Western wear will sell for less than retail, so you'll get a great deal.
And then where are you located?
We're 800 Margaret Street, so it's 1 street past the hospital. It's 800 Margaret Street. Our phone number here is 751-4867.
And then open once again tomorrow for preview?
Tomorrow for preview, 9 to 5.
Today's auction news is brought to you by Nevada Public Auction.
Thanks so much, Ron. When we come back from this break, we're going to give you the I-15 road closure update.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Welcome back. Today, the team assessing damage in the Moapa Valley area found 48 homes in Overton with some degree of damage, ranging from large amounts of debris flow outside properties to water and mud damage inside homes from a few inches to several feet in some cases. The team also toured Logandale today, but won't have any preliminary number on properties visited until next week. The Nevada Department of Transportation and crews from Las Vegas Paving continue to make progress on repairs to flood-damaged Interstate 15 north of Las Vegas. I-15 remains closed from mile marker 75 to 93 north of Las Vegas as crews continue repairs. Contractor Las Vegas Paving began interstate repairs in early Tuesday morning hours following the flood and have worked nonstop since that time. Crews are currently rebuilding the base underneath eroded sections of northbound interstate and expect to begin paving this evening with the goal of opening one lane in each direction by early weekend. Motorists should continue to expect travel delays and use alternate routes. For more information, you can find them on the web, nevada.com. Andrew Martin is a candidate for state controller and spoke at the Pahrump Nugget during the Democratic Jefferson-Jackson dinner about his campaign.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that the controller's job is a very, very important position to this state, responsible for managing and reporting on billions of our dollars. You want somebody with the experience. You want somebody with qualifications, and you want somebody with the relationships. And I have that. I'm looking forward to working with the legislature, with the executive branch, and, of course, all the Democratic clubs and organizations. I came up through the club system. I was a member of the Clark County Democratic County Organization for many years, and I even briefly served as chair and also as first vice chair. Now, one of the key things that my opponent is running around this state, he thinks he can delegate the responsibilities of this position. Really? Delegate that which you're being elected for? He doesn't believe that you need to be a CPA to handle the state's finances. It's really, I'm not kidding, I'm not making this up. And I feel opposite to that. Now, my opponent also spent time in the state legislature. Fortunately, it was one term. And he was part of the infamous Mean 15. He's proud of the fact that he held the legislature hostage. He caused the tax increase he was seeking to avoid because he wouldn't compromise. That's not a person I want as controller. You need a person like myself who's going to take a more nonpartisan approach, but still represent the ideals of being a Democrat. It really, truly is a position that requires objectivity and, to a certain degree, independence, and you really have to be accountable and not be a partisan ideologue or an obstructionist in any way.
Pahrump Valley Times reporter Vern He is this Saturday's speaker at the Pahrump Valley Museum.
Hi folks, it's Phil from the museum. I just wanted to remind you that it's that time again, the second Saturday of the month, the 13th of September this year. We're going to have another of our lecture series. And our speaker for the lecture is going to be Vern He, who's one of the reporters at the Pahrump Valley Times. He also does a sports section. Vern has been a friend for many years of Mr. Rod Poteet, who passed away earlier this year. Rod is going to be subject of his talk. Rod was a high school teacher at Pahrump Valley High School and also the baseball coach for 35 years. He lived in Las Vegas during that time, and he drove back and forth every day for 35 years, 6 days a week sometimes when he was coaching. So he was really dedicated to his job. He has a lot of fans here in the town. Rod has an interesting history. You'll want to learn about him. He's a Pahrumpian in a respect that he was teaching here for so long. He was a Stanford University graduate, played baseball at Stanford, and was on their national championship team 2 years. He was drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers and played for the Dodgers for 2 years. And then he came south to Nevada and started his career in Pahrump Valley. You'll want to hear about this interesting man. He was an all-star athlete, a giant of a man, both in his physical height and his size of his heart. So we'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday. This coming Saturday, it's free. It's at the Pahrump Valley Museum. It's on it's on Basin between Blag and the 160 highway. If you have any questions, you can call Maryland at the museum. The number is 751-1970. Thank you. We'll see you there.
Thanks so much, Phil. And Rod was a beloved coach who unfortunately passed away as a result of cancer. Should be an interesting lecture there with Vern. After this break, we'll have your news across Nevada.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Nathan Adelson Hospice, proud to be the hospice of choice in Pahrump for 15 years. Please call 775-751-6700 to find out how Nathan Adelson can assist you.
State Attorney General Catherine Cortez Masto says a series of See Something, Speak Out public service announcements about human trafficking will begin airing in Nevada. The announcement came today during a Southern Nevada Human Trafficking Task Force conference at the Monte Carlo Resort. Masto says the goal is to heighten awareness about exploitation and forced servitude of children and young adults and to generate tips to a national human trafficking hotline. That number is 888-373-7888. That's 888-373-7888. State law allows for prison sentences for up to 15 years for sex trafficking. The Nevada Division of Public and Behavioral Health is working to increase awareness of the risk associated with drinking alcohol while pregnant. It is estimated that 40,000 babies are born each year with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, causing a range of health effects to a fetus when a woman drinks alcohol during her pregnancy. The U.S. Surgeon General advises pregnant women and women who are considering becoming pregnant to abstain from alcohol consumption to eliminate alcohol-exposed pregnancies. Nevada Regents gave preliminary approval to a campus ban on medical marijuana, saying that allowing it could jeopardize $500 million in annual federal funding. The Board of Regents approved an amendment 12-1 that would add medical marijuana to a list of controlled substances barred at campuses and Nevada systems of higher education facilities. The measure will be up for final approval in December. The rule prohibits possession, use, cultivation, manufacturing, and delivery of the substance. Punishment could include expulsion, firing, or criminal charges. Marijuana remains illegal under federal law, although the state allows it for medicinal purposes and is working to get dispensaries up and running in several Nevada cities. This week is Suicide Prevention Week for 2014, September 8th through the 14th. Nevada is ranked 6th in the nation in its rate of suicide deaths, and it is second leading cause of death among 10 to 34-year-olds in our state. Suicide is also the 6th leading cause of death in Nevada and the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, with one suicide occurring on average every 13.3 minutes. Approximately 987,950 Americans attempt suicide each year. It is estimated that 5 million living Americans have attempted to kill themselves. Every year, more than 19,500 men and women kill themselves with a gun in this country, 2/3 more than the number who use a gun to kill another person. The 8th annual Walk in Memory Walk for Hope will take place on September 13th in 12 different communities across the state. The goal of the event is to increase awareness of the devastating effects suicide has on our nation and state, and to remember those who have been lost to suicide. For more information, go to nevadasuicideprevention.org. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your news across Nevada.
First Business Brief for Thursday, September 11th. I'm Angela Miles. Chinese internet company Alibaba has already clinched investor orders for its record-breaking IPO. It reportedly took just 2 days of its roadshow to get enough investors. Alibaba's IPO will likely raise $21 billion. Shares could price between $60 and $66. It should start trading next Friday under ticker symbol BABA. A broadband battle is underway. Netflix, Kickstarter, and Reddit are among the websites using slow service icons to raise awareness on a proposal that protects open internet and stops companies from giving websites the option to pay more for faster service. And Detroit is the most expensive city to insure a car. A new study by InsuranceQuotes.com ranks Detroit, New York, Miami, and Los Angeles as cities with the highest rates. Charlotte, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh have the lowest. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Thanks, Angela. That's interesting. The Motor City has the highest car insurance. When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather with Noah Beacon.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, September 11th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 95 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 96 degrees, so it's about average outside. Winds were coming from the south-southwest today at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 5 miles per hour, so we had some pretty low winds out there. The UV index today was 8, which is very high. Humidity was at 11%. Sunrise was at 6:23 this morning, and the record high in 1945 was 109 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 67 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 73 degrees, so it'll be a little cooler outside than it usually is. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast at 2 miles per hour with gusts up to 4 miles per hour, so again we'll have some low winds through this evening. Humidity will be at 20%. Sunset will be at 6:57 p.m. and the record low in 1952 was 54 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 98 degrees and a low of 68 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 4 miles per hour, so our low winds will continue through tomorrow as well. Humidity will be at 16%. Sunrise will be at 6:24 a.m. and the UV index will be 8, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have a mostly sunny week, though we might be seeing a few clouds outside next Wednesday. Your high temperatures will be starting off in the high 90s, going up into the low 100s, and they might be dropping back down into those mid-90s about late next week. And your low temperatures will be starting off in the high 60s and going up into the low 70s through these next 7 days.
Thank you so much, Noah Beacon. Miss Senior Golden Years will hold Operation Unmentionables, which is a line dance party to support homeless veterans, this Saturday, September 13th at 7 p.m. in the Artesia Clubhouse. For more information, you can give them a call, 775-225-6919. That's 775-225-6919. We want to remind all the teens out there, middle school through high school age, that they're going to be having teen night tomorrow night at Night Communities Coalition. That's on the corner of West and Wilson Streets. Once again, that is tomorrow night from 6 to 9 p.m. at Night Communities Coalition. The USDA food commodities will be given out this Saturday, September 13th from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at New Hope Fellowship. Participants will need photo identification and a utility bill or some mail with the same address as the ID. New Hope is located at 781 West Street off Highway 372. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from Patrick, Noah, and Darby, and myself. Have a great night.